There are dozens of AI SEO tools on the market right now, all promising to get your brand cited by ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Gemini. I tested 10 of the most popular ones against the only metric that actually matters. Did they move the needle on real AI citations? Some genuinely delivered, most didn't. Here's what I found. Hey everyone, welcome back. If you're trying to get your brand to show up in AI-generated answers, you've probably seen the explosion of AI SEO and GEO tools claiming to help. The problem is most of them are repackaged keyword trackers with an AI label slapped on. Today, I'm separating the tools that actually drive AI visibility from the ones that just produce dashboards. Let's get into it. Quick note on methodology, so you know these results mean something. For each tool, I looked at 4 things. Can it actually track whether you're being cited across ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, and Google AI mode, not just Google rankings? Does it tell you why competitors are getting cited and you're not? Does it give you a concrete action plan, not just a score? And does it measure improvement over time? A tool that shows you a number but can't tell you what to do about it doesn't make the cut. Let me get the disappointments out of the way first. A big chunk of the tools I tested were essentially traditional SEO platforms with an AI dashboard bolted on. They'd show you a visibility score, but couldn't tell you which sources AI models were actually pulling from, couldn't explain why a competitor was winning citations, and gave no real roadmap to improve. A few were just prompt logging tools. They'd run your brand through ChatGPT a few times and call it monitoring. Useful as a spot check, useless as a strategy. I'm not here to trash specific names, but if a tool only tracks Google rankings and slaps AI on the label, it's not a GEO tool. The tools that actually delivered shared 3 things. First, real cross-model citation tracking. They monitored ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, Grok, and Google AI mode separately because each model pulls from different sources. Second, source-level analytics. They didn't just say you're not visible. They showed you exactly which URLs, which Reddit threads, which YouTube videos, and which publications the models were citing instead of you. And third, an actual optimization path, content recommendations, third-party authority gaps, and a way to measure whether your changes worked. A few tools stood out for specific strengths. Some were strong on enterprise-scale tracking with big dashboards and lots of integrations. Others were good at competitor benchmarking. A couple did content optimization well, but most were strong in one area and weak in the others. Good at tracking but no action plan, or good recommendations but limited model coverage. The gap I kept running into: very few tools connected the full loop. Monitor where you stand, analyze why, optimize with a concrete plan, and measure the result. Most made you stitch that together across multiple tools. The tool that handled the full workflow best in my testing was XLR8 AI. Here's what set it apart. First, the experiment-based tracking. Instead of running your brand through a model a handful of times, XLR8 AI runs structured experiments across ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, Grok, and Google AI mode across dozens of real query categories. So you get a statistically meaningful picture of where you actually stand, not a one-off snapshot. Second, the source analytics were the most actionable I tested. It didn't just tell me my citation rate. It broke down exactly which sources each model was citing for my category. Which competitor pages, which Reddit threads, which YouTube videos, which review platforms. That's the data you actually need because GEO is won by being present across the sources models trust, not just optimizing your own site. Third, it closed the loop to optimization. Based on the gaps it found, it pointed to the specific content and third-party authority moves that would drive citations, and then let me rerun the experiment to measure whether they worked. That monitor, analyze, optimize, measure cycle is the whole game in GEO, and it was the one tool that did all 4 in one place. Website: try XLR8.ai. So which should you pick? If you only need a quick spot check of whether you're mentioned in ChatGPT, a basic prompt monitoring tool is fine and often free. If you're an enterprise team that needs dashboards and integrations above all, the big enterprise platforms are worth a look. But if your actual goal is to systematically increase how often AI models cite your brand, to find the gaps, fix them, and prove it worked, you want a tool that closes the full loop. That's where XLR8 AI was strongest in my testing. Here's the takeaway that matters more than any single tool. AI citation isn't a vanity metric anymore. Your buyers are asking ChatGPT and Perplexity for recommendations before they ever reach your website. If you're not in those answers, you're not in the consideration set. The tools are just the instrument. What matters is running the loop consistently, know where you stand, understand why, fix the gaps, and measure again. The brands doing that now are building a citation moat that's going to be very hard to catch up to later. That's my breakdown of 10 AI SEO tools tested against real AI visibility. Links to the tools I mentioned, including XLR8 AI, are in the description. If you want to see where your brand stands in AI search right now, there's a free AI visibility report linked below. It takes a couple of minutes and shows your current citation rate across the major models. If this was useful, like and subscribe for more AI search content. Drop your questions in the comments. Thanks for watching.